Thousands rallied across Indonesia as the military was deployed in the country's capital after 7 people were killed in nationwide protests. The clashes between police and protesters began in the Indonesian capital last week and they have now spread beyond Jakarta. Angry protesters in several cities set fire to regional parliament buildings, police headquarters, and damaged infrastructures in the unrest that including looting and the burning of vehicles. Well, these protests were sparked by anger over lavish perks for lawmakers, and the protests grew wider and more violent following the death of 21-year-old delivery guy Afan Kurniawan. So let's take a closer look at the core issue of this protest. The primary trigger for the protest was the Indonesian government's decision to raise the allowance for national parliamentarians. Local media reported that according to new law, all 580 members of the House of Representatives will receive a monthly housing allowance of 50 million rupiah, which is approximately $3,075 in addition to their salaries. Meanwhile, everyday Indonesians are struggling because of a cost of living crisis. And the allowance, which was introduced last year, is nearly 10 times the minimum wage in Jakarta. In an attempt to quell the nationwide protest, President Prabowo Subianto announced on Sunday that several state-funded perks given to politicians would be reined in, including the size of some allowances.
Ibas Yudhoyono, tapi mewakili ketua. Para pimpinan DPR menyampaikan akan dilakukan pencabutan beberapa kebijakan DPR RI termasuk besaran tunjangan anggota DPR dan juga moratorium kunjungan kerja ke luar negeri.
While the move was welcomed by protesters, some suggest it doesn't go far enough. At the same time as winding back politicians' benefits, the president also ordered the military and police to take stronger action against rioters, looters and arsonists after homes of politician party members and state buildings were ransacked and set ablaze. Protesters torched regional legislative council buildings across multiple Indonesian provinces. In the city of Makassar, a local parliament building was set on fire, killing at least 3 people and injuring several others after people reportedly became trapped inside the burning building. Meanwhile, in Jakarta, angry mobs raided and looted luxury items from the homes of several members of the Regional Legislative Assembly who previously made unsympathetic remarks about protesters who had criticized their high salaries. The unrest prompted Subianto to cancel a visit to China, promising to monitor the situation directly and find a solution. Well, TikTok has also suspended its live streaming feature in Indonesia for the next few days. It is unclear where the protest will go from here, whether they'll continue to spiral into further violence and repression or force the government to cede more ground. But whatever the outcome, the situation represents Subianto's most serious leadership challenges since becoming president in 2024. Hope you liked this video, and for more such informative content, keep watching NDTV.